and who told people working in the oil and gas industry, you're going to lose your jobs, but you'll be able to make solar panels. Those jobs aren't there now, and those jobs don't pay the same amount of money as the jobs you're going to lose, but down the road, trust me, they'll be there. Says a guy who got wealthy by marrying back-to-back rich women. This is a guy, too, who, when Massachusetts several years ago lowered their state income tax rate, Massachusetts used to be called Taxachusetts because its state income tax was so high. Well, they lowered it. But for all the liberal tax filers who felt that paying more taxes is just good soup, they had a little box. You could check that box, and you could pay the higher rate. Of all the 3 million plus taxpayers in the state of Massachusetts, the left-wing state of Massachusetts, I believe it was a fraction of 1% that voluntarily paid that higher tax. And among those who did not pay the higher income tax, John Forbes Kerry. Barney Frank didn't either. And when Barney Frank was asked about that, he said he's going to contribute the savings to a charity, and that he didn't trust the then Republican government, Mitt Romney was the governor at the time, to spend the money properly. Well, how do you think we feel? But I digress. The face of the party, this arrogant man who, when he was Secretary of State, said that there's no way you're going to negotiate any kind of peace deal with Israel and the Gulf states without the Palestinians being a part of those negotiations. Donald Trump gets in, really? Israel negotiates deals with Bahrain, with UAE, with Sudan, with Morocco, without Palestinian buy-in. Did the man ever say he was wrong? Has anybody stuck a mic in his face and said, Mr. Kerry, will you comment on the fact that you said that there would not be any kind of deal between Israel and the Gulf states without Palestinian buy-in? And in fact, under the Trump administration, there have been several. Were you wrong, sir? Has anybody done that? Of course not.